at you, IdrA. All right. We got Lost Temple. IdrA up there.
I don't know if you guys are not getting the text up there. But
Lotsie Prime.
Here's Lotsie Prime. And are we going to get that voice to come down?
Nope.
I guess not. Never mind.
Anyways.
Lotsie Prime.
There you go.
All right, I did it for you guys.
You know, this really, he did exactly what IdrA had found in his match list on Blistering. So I am saying that we are going to see exactly what he saw in his match list for this game as well, which is a one-base Colossus all-in push. And IdrA actually has timed this out, he told me, where he has about 20 speed roaches when this attack comes, and he should be able to crush it pretty hard. So,
yeah.
You know, this is actually something... Is this healthy for the game or unhealthy for the game? That you can actually check this out, and people cannot practice right. I mean, eventually there'll be mind games where people are like, well, he knew about this, so you have to practice all sorts of things in your practice. But
well, I just don't think build orders should be something you could just get on Battle.net. In my personal opinion. I mean, you should be able to just go there and look up.
It was fun in StarCraft 1. It was so hard to get a good build order. You treasured every pro replay. But nowadays, you can just check everything, prepare for your opponent in a crazy way like this. I don't know if it's good or bad for the game. I'm undecided. You know, obviously, Lotsie is on the short end of the stick on this one. But, you know, it may turn out to be something that's beneficial towards esports. Who knows?
Well, it's just interesting. You know, there's been this big issue with the internet and kind of the death of privacy. You know what I mean? For instance, the fact that your Facebook friends can find you on Battle.net. I'm like, I don't actually want to talk to my Facebook friends on Battle.net. You know what I mean? I actually don't get on Battle.net. Yeah. But, yeah, that's an interesting issue. I'm curious if there's something that can be done about that, you know, for the future of esports. The ability to hide build orders and stuff like that.
You know, while we were going over that, IdrA sneakily went hatchery first.
Yeah.
Which, you know, when you go hatchery first against Protoss and you pull it off, it feels so good, man.
Well, you're so ahead.
Well, who wants to attack into a Scorpion hatchery anyways?
Yeah, I would not actually attack a building if I saw a swimming Scorpion. I'd say,
if you hit that with your claws, man, as a Zealot, and it breaks that open, that Scorpion comes out, you are done, man. I saw those in the worst movie in the history of mankind, Revenge of the Titans, or whatever that was called.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah, so those things have a lot
of
It looks
HP,
like
it's the Scandit from StarCraft 1, actually.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, the cybernetic score's on the way. Note the positioning here, guys. If you're a noob, you're kind of new to StarCraft and stuff. He does this because it makes a wall, and the only area that any units can get through is right here. So he can put one Zealot here and block off a Ling Rush.
Yeah, I mean, one Zealot can kill like 5 Zerglings if they're attacking one at a time. So you can place it just right, and really, no one's going to want to attack into that.
Now, a lot of people, well, in Korea at least, have been complaining about Lost Temple. Some of the Koreans even referring to the map as Lost Balance.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I would go that far. I mean, ZVT, obviously, there's some problem with the tank drops.
Yeah.
Some good Zergs even removing Lost Temple because of that. You know, I don't know, though.
ZVP, it's not that bad, though.
I'm an old StarCraft player, man. I love to play Lost Temple.
I love Lost Temple.
I don't even care if it's against Terran, man. Go ahead, take
I look forward to seeing how many Blizzard games are going to have a Lost Temple in it.
I know, right? Like
they better have one in Diablo 3. One of the stages is a Lost Temple. As you can see, he gets a sentry out early, and he was going to go for a fast robo.
Yeah, he's got those double gas. I think he's going to do exactly what IdrA saw him doing.
Oh,
and
dun, dun, dun. This is interesting.
Now, if IdrA blindly prepares for what he saw going on in the match list, then suddenly things might go very, very wrong. He wants to go Roach against this. Guess what? You make 2 Void Rays against someone who has only 2 Queens and no Hydralisk Den, and you win the game.
It snowballs out of control.
Yeah.
So and you know what? If there's a way to beat IdrA, this is the way to do it.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, in StarCraft 1, you know, when he was on media with us, he could have had the reputation of probably being the best macro guy, the hardest guy to outmuscle. But
so you just hide stuff on
You hide stuff around the map and try to throw him off.
Now,
so it looks like some of the Koreans that have been trying to advise Lotsie on how to take IdrA out, he's been taking their advice quite seriously.
And if he actually planted that build order for IdrA to find, and instead is going to go Void Rays, total props to him. That is the way in which this can be something beneficial. You totally trick out your opponent in something like this. Such mind games could actually be quite amazing. There's the Roach Warren. And IdrA is getting Burrow already. and
Okay,
simply
this is
not
gonna be
making a
bad.
roach. Yeah, I mean, if he goes over with 2 Void Rays, the game is actually going to end right there. Two queens cannot defend that.
So this is almost close to an all-in. I mean, the strategy is not. Well, it's actually not. It's actually not as all-in as like some of the other stuff we've seen here. But is he going to wait for 3 Void Rays?
Well, that's just going to be disgusting.
That's going to be insane. IdrA's going to be so caught off guard.
He's actually
spotting the Robo Bay. He's not even actually using the Robo Bay. He's completely tricked his opponent. Completely
tricked it. Going to probably follow this up with 4 Warp Gates. What I really expect to see here is 3 Void Rays float over. And as soon as they start attacking the queen, IdrA's going to GG and leave the game. That would
actually not surprise me.
Yeah, he doesn't waste time when he realizes it's hopeless.
Yeah, he that's actually one thing about IdrA is he's not going to play if he knows the game's done.
He's out instantly.
He tips his king. Yeah,
that's
okay.
It.
Here we go.
And yeah, I think actually we're going to see exactly what I just said in just a moment here. It's going to fly in. IdrA's going to GG, and we're going to go on to Metalopolis.
Well, this strategy was really smart by Lotzi.
Yeah, I don't know if he planned this with that match list, but it looks like he may have, man. It's so intelligent.
Uh-oh.
And that's going to be all
That's going to be all. Yeah, that's it. Caught him off guard, and of course now the Void Rays have the giant blue beam, so this hatchery actually dies this fast.
IdrA may be all-inning his opponent's choke. In the meantime,
he's going to try to. Well, actually,
instead of just insta-leaving, he's like, "Oh, let's see if he has enough sentries to stop this." And
not a bad idea.
He does.
Another queen on the way. And he's getting a Hydralisk dead. Then IdrA just GG's. Yeah. There it is. Right. 1-1. Nice strategy by Lotzi there, I got to say. There's a way to take IdrA out. That's it. You can see Lotzi sigh of relief there.
And this is a little bit scary, man, because IdrA, he almost completely right. I think what happened was he saw that the guy did exactly what he expected in the first game, crushed it. He's like, okay, this is what's going to happen. He scouts exactly what he expects to scout in the second game. And then he's like, okay, he just goes on autopilot to kill the guy.
Well, IdRA's such a reactive player. That's actually one way that you can manipulate him in the game. It's a pretty smart move. I mean,
absolutely, man. Total props to Lotzi for that.
Yeah, that's really smart. Really nice play.
IdrA definitely one of the best players in the tournament. I think that, if these guys just played a best of 99 not knowing each other, IdrA would win the vast majority of that. And I think no one would argue with that, but he is outsmarted IdrA by far in this game.
That was a really sneaky strategy. But that's not a strategy you can do 2 times in a row, for instance. So I'm curious to see what his plan is on Metalopolis, a map that's pretty solid for Zerg.
Yeah,
Zerg players love playing on it.
If it's close positions or something, might be a little bit hard for IdrA. But if it's these cross positions, that's where IdrA thrives. So and also IdrA mentioned that he only played in the match list that he could see. Only found 1 recent game, Metalopolis ZVP, and it wasn't anything out of the norm. So that's actually probably going to work in IdrA's favor. He's not going to blind counter and be tricked in any way. Just going to play his normal standard macro game. We'll have to see how that works, man.
Well, the 4-gate all-in Warp Gate Rush is not as deadly as it is on a map like Xel'Naga Caverns. So I think Protoss will probably have to be forced to into a more by-the-book standard situation. But I gotta hand it to the Protoss. That was sneaky.
Yeah.
Planting a Robo Bay, not on the corner, but sort of in the middle of his base, just enough so that IdrA could get in, spot it, and then get out.
And not be like, why is that on the edge of your base?
Obvious.
It's not at the ramp where you're just going to see it with a ling.
Yeah. So that was pretty smart.
Everything about Lotzi's play there, I'm actually very, very impressed. That's that's like a G5 mind game right there.
Yeah, that was really smart.
I mean, I've only seen G5 play mind games like this, man.
Yeah, that was high-level stuff.
It's the type of stuff that you can make people go to crazy with.
I know. We'll get ready for game number 3 here. Both players have confirmed they are ready, so we're going to get this started in just a moment. IdrA against Lotzi Prime. The countdown has begun. Let's see who's going to win this.